The average everyday adventures of Samantha Browne is not your average everyday video game. This indie game, created by Lemonsucker Games and free to play on Steam, itch.io, and mobile, has been frequently referred to as an anxiety simulator. And I honestly couldn't think of a better way to describe it, as it is an incredibly nuanced portrayal of living with anxiety. Please be warned that there are spoilers ahead, so if you haven't played the game and would like to stay spoiler-free, please pause this video and give it a watch another time. You have been warned. Before we continue, I would like to clarify that when I talk about anxiety in this video, I am not talking about healthy, common feelings of anxiety that we feel with regards to stressful situations, such as exams, job interviews, or performances. I am describing a long-term mental health problem wherein people face these feelings constantly and uncontrollably, even about seemingly minor or irrational things. This can be related to a range of conditions such as generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety disorder, panic disorder, or post-traumatic stress disorder. For more information, check out the NHS website if you are based in the UK, and if you think you might suffer from anxiety, please contact your GP. The premise of Samantha Browne is very simple. You are a young woman who has moved, as far as can be inferred from the game's very accurate use of dialect, from North America to the UK in order to attend university. It is unclear whether Samantha has had long-term experience with social anxiety or has developed it only recently. It is implied that it might be a recent development, or at least something she hasn't spoken much about, when her online friend, who seems to be a pal from back in the US, tells her, "Don't be silly," and asks dismissively, "Do you really think people would care?" Whatever the case may be, the added culture shock, language barrier, and lack of physical presence from her friends and family has almost certainly aggravated the situation. The trailer for Samantha Browne states that if you succeed, you will help Samantha in more ways than one. The game may only span the course of one evening, but this simple statement is a subtle allusion to the fact that certain experiences or decisions can reinforce anxiety, while others help you manage it and cope with it in your day-to-day life. Likewise, from the opposite perspective, Samantha Browne's description on Steam closes on an ominous note. Find the right words to help Samantha, or suffer the consequences. And the game's own narrative voice states, too many wrong decisions, and something terrible could happen. This may just seem like hyperbole for the purpose of humor, but it really isn't in this case. Anxiety disorders are all about these exact kinds of fear, with regards to even the smallest of tasks, in this case, going into a shared kitchen and making a cup of oatmeal. As Casey McCarthy of Killscreen wrote, this makes Samantha Browne a survival horror of sorts, despite the game's cute and colourful art style, which seems to create an intentional contrast to the actually quite dark content of the game. There is a constant, slowly mounting tension, coupled with the fear of dire consequences if you make a wrong move. For such a short gaming experience, Samantha Browne is incredibly nuanced and pays great attention to detail, which is exactly why it is so atmospheric. The opening menu gives you the opportunity to rage quit before you've even started, a common scenario when faced with anxiety, and your fail states are numerous, ranging from, but not exclusive to, successfully making oatmeal but being unable to re-enter your room because you forgot your keys, giving up halfway and getting stranded outside your room with no keys and no oatmeal, remembering your keys but only half cooking your oatmeal, or your oatmeal overflowing into a small, nutritious volcano. If you choose to hide in the corner while you're in the kitchen, waiting for your oatmeal to cook, instead of preoccupying yourself with cleaning, your mind wanders and you dwell on other anxious thoughts, this time to do with school. It seems that focusing on activities such as cleaning or watching television helps Samantha cope with her anxious thoughts. Poor Samantha isn't even sure what day of the week it is, yet another common scenario when you spend entire days unable to leave your room due to your anxiety. Another really lovely, often overlooked detail in the game is that even the show Samantha is watching on her laptop, a little animated clip that plays on loop, is relevant to the overarching narrative about social anxiety. The show seems to feature a couple at a funeral, presumably that of the woman's relative. The man doesn't want to be there and complains about it constantly, so understandably, she's pissed off at him for putting his worries, rational or otherwise, first in a situation where he should be being a supportive partner. Here, we witness the fine line that can exist between self-care and selfishness. Throughout the game, Samantha has to decide whether certain anxious thoughts and instincts are actual, rational self-preservation or just self-destructive. But this isn't easy to discern. It's not always clear whether the bold choice or the safe choice is the right one, a struggle I can certainly relate to, and I'm sure other anxiety sufferers will as well. As Joel Couture of Indie Games aptly highlights, there is no optimum path throughout the game where she feels no stress at all, only slightly better paths that still leave Samantha's stress level on the verge of overwhelming her. Andrea Ayres of Lemonsucker Games has expanded on this, explaining that with anxiety, I've always felt like I was choosing between two terrible situations. For the player to feel that sense of anxiety, each decision had to be a failure on some level. Ayres illustrates this with a classic example. On the rare occasion I'm at an event that requires my engaging with other people face to face, it's a constant battle between two thoughts, running out of the room and hiding in the bathroom, or standing there and trying to make small talk, neither of which really appeal to me. A cursory browse through Steam reviews for Samantha Browne reveals a split between those who found the game incredibly apt and related deeply to it, and those who found Samantha an annoying and pretentious protagonist and claimed that all this fuss over a bowl of oatmeal was ridiculous and aggravating. I think this speaks to the great divide of understanding between those who do and those who do not suffer from anxiety, but hopefully games like this can enlighten the latter group. For those of you who liked the average everyday adventures of Samantha Browne as much as I did, you'll be happy to hear that a sequel is in development. Visit lemonsuckergames.com for updates. As ever, if you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please do let us know in the comments what you thought of Samantha Browne. Thanks for watching, and take care.